Hello, hello, how are you? We're going to be doing a full moon tidy up. It's full moon in Sagittarius, 23rd of May 2024. If you're on Eastern Standard Time, I think it's, what is it, 9:53 in the morning, is it? And British Summer Time, it's 2:53 in the afternoon. And it's in Sagittarius. So we're just doing another tidy up like we've done for other moon cycles. Set your intention to receive the benefits of this clearing. You don't have to see it, every wording of it or anything like that. You don't have to understand it. You just have to let the healing happen. So if you find you're getting irritated by the fact it's back to front, or you can't read the writing or whatever, look at your need for perfection there, your need to understand or anything, you know. And if you want to find out more information, buy the books, buy Robert Detzler's books, Soul Recreation and the Freedom Path. All the information's in there, and some of the charts are in there as well. The original charts, not the updated ones. I'm sorry if it's not perfect for everybody. Thank you for some of the criticisms I've received this past month. But there you go. I'm doing this in my free time for you to bring healing, and I'm sorry it's not perfect technologically for you. So, but there you go. You can't please people all the time. I'm doing my best. It's not complacency for the person that accused me of being complacent. It's just limited technical knowledge and time as well. So I hope this helps. Make sure you're 100% open to receiving healing at the start, and we'll get started, shall we? And you never know, you might be seeing this the other way around if I've mastered it being the right way around when I upload it. You might not. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you just allow yourself to receive the healing and know that it's being done for your highest good. All right. And again, don't do more than 2 of these a day, because if you carry on doing 2 or 3 a day every day, you're just going over old ground. You're not allowing the programs to integrate. And by allowing the programs to integrate, when you go to the next clearing, you'll go at a deeper level. So you've got to at least allow 3 clear days in between each 1 or 2 clearings to allow that process to integrate, the old neural pathways to fall away. Okay, let's get started. So we're doing the full moon tidy up by your high self teams. And it's running at 0% positive, 70% negative. And we're at Holy Spirit status, which is 2 above incarnational level. So I'm just going to ask your high self teams to do an initial clearing, which is this bit, and the mop-up is where the bulk of the clearing takes place by your teams. And I do a little bit of research in between. And if you're new to this channel, this is the spiritual response therapy method, process, system, which was founded by Robert E Detzler in the late 80s, and then enhanced in the 90s and noughties. And he wrote Soul Recreation, The Freedom Path, books packed full of information. Of course, there's a lot that's evolved and moved on since then, but this is still very, for 99.99% of people, it's still extremely effective at clearing stuff out. And I found that although we have new language and lingo and multiverses and all sorts of things and new information, this system has evolved through the communities that work with it. But it's also, I find that the teams make a lot of adjustments on the other side that I'm working with as well. So I'm having more success with it now than I've ever had. And there's more consciousness shifts going on now than have ever gone on. I mean, I'm getting incredible feedback from some of my clients now. And it does vary. It does vary when you use the system. So if you buy a package from me, it does vary. Some clearings you'll feel, some you won't. Some issues that we're working on will take a lot longer. Others can be, you know, you can feel the difference very, very quickly. You notice there's a change very, very quickly. It's sometimes 1 session, and sometimes, you know, a lot longer, many, many more sessions. So it just depends how deeply ingrained and how many hooks are in that particular issue you have. We just don't always know. And maybe, you know, it's been held ancestrally for a long, long time as well. So remember, we're clearing a lot of ancestral stuff as well. So this is why some people notice a very subtle difference, other people notice a massive difference. Oh, no, I've got my cat Sammy trying to sit on the charts at the moment. So we just have to, you just have to know that every clearing is benefiting you. It's stripping away layers of programming, whether you feel them or not. And I can definitely, I've used this system for 11, 12 years, and it's incredibly effective. Right, so let's see where we're going first. Chart 5 looks like. We're just having a tidy up under this full moon. Demonic forces. Okay, so how many? Oh, we don't need to know how many digits because it's a group one. So let's just clear all demonic forces. Clear and remove them, please. So demonic forces are like, I equate it to collective rage, that kind of vibration. So don't be put off by the biblical terms if the thought of, oh my God, demonic forces on me, or oh my God, satanic forces on me. They're very biblical names, but at the end of the day, they're just vibrations. And when it's a force on here, it's a collective vibration. So demonic forces, it is like collective rage energy. So if you can imagine a group of thugs enraged, that kind of vibration, that's what the vibration is. And it can be very destructive to us in our sensitivity. So it's good to get this them removed. And things like full moons and new moons, you know, they bring this stuff up to the surface. If you look at the tarot card, the traditional tarot card of the moon, it's bringing something horrible up from the surface. It looks, you know, the moon is ruled by Cancer, and it looks very cancerous, you know, whatever's coming up to the surface. So it's, I always think like canker sores or cancerous, or so it's something like doubt and ego, and all of this is coming up to the surface under a full moon, because the moon is shedding light on a part of the shadow that's unintegrated. So moons bring these things up, and we hold on to things like demonic forces, satanic forces, dark forces, you know, and entities, attachments, because they're drawn to us on a vibration that we're holding on to because of our programming. So this is why, you know, people used to say that people would go mad around a full moon because aspects of their shadow are coming up to be integrated, you know, lunacy, lunar. It's the shadow, you know, is aspects of the shadow come up to be seen. And of course, if we're holding a lot of failure or anger or rage energy within our psyche, within our energy fields, then like attracts like. We're going to attract things like satanic forces, demonic forces, certain entities and attachments to us because of that vibration we're holding on to. So the more we work at our underlying programs and emotional attachments, the less likely we are to attract these things to us. Always look at, if you're someone that gets a lot of entities and attachments and that kind of thing, always look at your boundaries and your worthiness. Because, and it's something I used to say, I used to get, churches used to send me, spiritual churches used to send me people to clear entities and attachments off years ago. And I would always say to the people, there's no point in just removing, we can remove just your entity and attachment, whatever. We can remove that stuff, but you've got to work on your programs as well. You've got to work on why you attracted them in the first place. And so many of them had worthiness issues. And we all have worthiness issues at one level or another, you know. So if you've got boundary issues and worthiness issues, and the two tend to come hand in hand together, then you're likely to have entities, attachments, and those kind of energies on you. And the more you shed the programming and unintegrated energy from those areas, the less likely you are going to attract entities and attachments. So duality of the I am level consciousness. So let's clear that. I was just having this conversation with my hairdresser yesterday, my lovely, lovely hairdresser. And I was saying to her, you know, everything in your consciousness is your creation. It's your co-creation with Source. And a lot of stuff that we experience, you think, why me? Why am I experiencing that? Why is that innocent baby experiencing that? A lot of the stuff is pre-programmed because the soul wants to experience it. And not only does the soul want to experience it, but very often the soul is helping out other members of the soul group as well by playing a part, playing a role to help another soul within the soul group experience a particular set of circumstances, because the soul just wants to experience it. And the thing is, by the soul experiencing it, the whole soul group also gets the benefit of that experience as well. So nothing ever happens in isolation. There's a great book called Soul, is it Soul Contracts? Something like that. Is it Robert Schwartz? Anyway, he's done a few books, Robert Schwartz. Worth listening to those or reading those. There's a lot of stuff, as you'll see from this system, a lot of stuff that comes up as pre-programming. And you think, you know, why am I attracting this? Why am I attracting this? Why am I attracting that? You know, I must have done something bad in another lifetime. It's just not so. It's just not so. There may be something unfinished from another lifetime that you want to experience or re-experience or see another side from. The soul wants to have that experience in this lifetime. What are we looking at here? So I'm not concentrating. All parameters are an illusion, so we've got a block to that. So let's just remove that block. There's so many different reasons why we experience what we experience, and so many people say, well, how can God have allowed this or allowed that? And the thing is, so many things that happen, like the wars in this lifetime, are as a result of man's choices. And we allow certain people to get into power, and we allow certain people to take certain decisions in power. And I think that's where a lot of us collectively are complacent as a group of people. We need to be we need to stand up together and say no. We need to vote with spending power. We need to vote with our voices. You know, we need to say, is what I'm saying. We need to speak out, not necessarily vote. We need to speak out and say, no, that's not right, rather than stand by. Collectively, we're very, very powerful. Individually, we're very powerful. We just don't believe it. So, but we have to look at what's being shown to us in our world and recognize it's reflecting us as well. So if we're seeing a lot of injustice in the world, then we need to look at the injustice that's running within us. If we're having problems in our relationships, maybe we can't keep a man or whatever, or men keep being disappointing, or women keep being disappointing, emotional reinforcement, we're just going to clear that. Then we need to be looking at what's running within us for me to keep attracting this man or this woman in my life. What's running within me that I keep attracting a certain characteristics. They keep leaving me, they keep abandoning me, they keep accusing me, I keep attracting difficult people, that kind of thing. What's running within me? Where's this coming from? So everything we read, everything we hear, everything we listen to, every conversation we have, everything we see is a direct reflection of our own individual consciousness as well as the collective. So we are really far more powerful than we realize. And the more we go into gratitude for what we want and stay in that vibration every single day, the more we're going to create that, what we want. And most of you will know all this stuff, but it doesn't hurt to reinforce it. I mean, I've been doing this for 30 years, and I've gone back to doing daily gratitude again at the moment, which is really, and I've noticed immediate changes. So, and I think the energy is such at the moment that stuff is changing rapidly. It's manifesting rapidly, and we're manifesting all the time. It's not about learning to manifest, because you already know how to manifest. You're already manifesting. Your life is your manifestation right now. So where is it? Let's clear the void. Where is it not abundant? Where is the abundance lacking in your life? Is it in your romantic side? Is it in your financial side? Is it in the joy? Is it in health? Where's it lacking? Is it in fun? We're naturally abundant souls. That's our natural essence, abundance. We are all that is, and more than that. So, where is it lacking? It's worth doing a stock check sometimes of your life, looking at all that, looking at your relationships. So your romantic relationships, your friend relationships, your work relationships, your work, your business, your social life, your romantic life, happiness, joy, all those things, and score them out of 10. If they're not all at 10 out of 10, or near as damn it, then what's lacking? What are you holding on to? You could use this full moon to cast a light on. What are you holding on to? If you do this on every full moon for a year, you could clear all the areas of your life. You can make a significant change. What areas are you holding? What belief systems are you holding on to? What feelings are you holding on to? What attachments are you holding on to that you haven't fully integrated from the shadow? And they don't have to be, bad, negative things from the shadow. It could be good things. What things you're not recognizing about yourself that are still in your shadow? Shadow is full of unintegrated parts. It's not good or bad, it's just unintegrated parts. So what are you not recognizing about yourself that maybe is positive? Okay, it's definitely something on here. What is on here? There is no separation. Okay, let's clear all blocks to there is no separation. So again, it's like moon cycles, that viruses tend to suddenly come up, around a moon cycle as well. Suddenly people get ill. And again, it's just vibrational. It's just vibrational. Like attracts like. I've got this virus. Why have I got this virus? What's running within me? The vibration of the virus is also on. Or you might not be a believer of viruses, of germ theory or whatever. It doesn't matter. Everything is vibration at the end of the day. Whatever you label it, it doesn't really matter. We'll just call it a virus. But let's say, I've picked up this awful cough, I can't get rid of it, an infection or whatever. That's a vibration in the body. So where's it coming from? Go back to your earliest memory. Allow yourself time to go back to your earliest memory. Where's it coming from? Uncensored memory. Don't think, I know where it's from, because you'd be amazed what pops up and you think, gosh, I never thought that was linked. People can go back into the womb as well, and into other lifetimes. The majority of the power is in this lifetime, but you can go into other lifetimes as well. And ancestral too. And a lot of stuff that we're carrying are imprints as well. So we're very, very sure that we've had that experience. We're reincarnations of Isis or reincarnations of Mary Magdalene. Gosh, if I had £1 for every time someone's been a reincarnation of one of them. And they're imprints. They're imprints. So to the soul, it feels like very real. Like I've actually lived as Isis, or like actually lived as Queen Cleopatra or whatever. But it's just an imprint. So the soul gets all the information, all the feelings, but it hasn't lived that particular life, but it feels like it has. So Dolores Cannon goes into a lot of detail about those in her books. Where are we going? 2,600 pathways. So that's the evolutionary path of the soul, which often takes into account the animal kingdom. So we're just going to clear memories through Godhead and Spirit in the 2600 pathways. Sorry, I'm quite chatty today, and I know not everybody likes that. There'll be some criticisms probably, but sometimes I'm just really chatty and I'm thinking, why am I speaking about this? And it is just spirit moving through me. Sometimes I'm much quieter, so forgive me if it irritates you. There's obviously something that somebody needs to hear, so that will benefit them. So, okay. Where are we going here? Is it on the inside? No. Balance the energy of love. Oh, that's nice. So, Spirit, can we balance the energy of love, please? For every single person here. I'm going to be doing another clearing soon. I've got some already set up. I'm going to be doing another one shortly on the magnetics as well, because we've been absolutely bombarded with X-class solar flares, M-class solar flares, geomagnetic storms, and it's all consciousness shifting. And many of you, myself included, have had a lot of digestive upsets because of it, and also lots of other health conditions that have suddenly come up to the surface for many people. I mean, so many people. And they're all reactions to the shift in consciousness. And we've been in a peak of this magnetic and solar consciousness shift since mid last year through to mid this year, mid 2024. It should start dying down gradually towards 2026. So if you felt bamboozled, strange, off, weird, exhausted, digestive upsets, health problems, all of that, this is all down to the consciousness shifts that are going on at the moment. There's a lot of scientific evidence apparently to back up the fact that it is all going to die down gradually towards 2026. So we've still got another 17 months of this, but it's going to gradually ease. So health matters will start to gradually improve, emotional, mental, physical health. I have several spiritual friends who decide they no longer want to work spiritually. So we're all going through massive consciousness changes at the moment, and it'll all be revealed where we're heading. But I do feel strongly we're going to really feel so much brighter and better the nearer we get to 2026. So we've gone through an absolute peak of it, and it's been hard for people who are very, very sensitive. So clearing there. Okay. Anything else in general to clear? No, let's just do a quick mop up for you all. It's been a very challenging time. We're going through huge changes, unprecedented on this earth. Massive changes, and it's hard on the physical body. Very, very hard on the physical body. So listen to the body, rest, keep your diet high vibrational as possible, and just rest as much as you can as we're going through it. Drinking lots of water, getting out in nature. If you have a shungite crystal necklace thing, stone necklace, carry shungite with you, or orgonite, or similar crystals that will keep you, you want crystals that keep you grounded and keep you safe from too much electromagnetism as well. And it'll just help support the body. Okay, are we done? Yeah, let's see where we are now. Positive 100, negative 0. That feels much lighter. apologies to those who don't like me talking, because I know some people don't, but there's obviously someone needed to hear what I said. So there we go. I will see you on the next one, which I think I'm releasing straight after this one, which is tomorrow. I'm sending you lots and lots of love, and you give me some brilliant suggestions recently, so I will get cracking on those shortly as well. And thank you once again for being here. Love you lots. Bye everyone.